Hi guys, I am back again. I will be filming a kind of get unready with me, my taking off makeup process, what I use when I shower, and then there'll be another video of my post makeup skincare. So I really like using this as an initial makeup removing cleansing balm. I'm going to take this off. Do not laugh at my hairline. I have not washed my hair. I have been such a bad black person because black people, we fucking take care of our hair, and I pretend like I'm Becky with the good hair. Meanwhile, my hair needs a lot of care, but whatever. So listen to me, but don't listen to me. You know what I mean. All right, so I'm going to take this off, and you're not going to judge me. So, I don't know, what did I want to talk about? So, last video, I kind of updated you on what's happening in my life. I'm graduating. By the way, these cleansing balms, I think they're supposed to come with yes, okay, look. So it comes with a spatula, which is and I love this little mechanism here because you can put the spatula right back. But the reason I love this is because the moment you put it on your face, your makeup gets oily and then it's all over the place. So this is really this is a product you want to use a spatula with. So yeah, I just put it onto my face like that. Before I forget, I'm gonna shout out to my girls, Didi and Kabo. So let me tell you guys a little bit about them. They are, in the Western sense, they are my nieces. So I don't have any sisters, but culturally, who you call your cousin in the West is your sister in Nguni culture. So as an example, my cousins from my mom's side are my cousins, but my cousins from my dad's side are my siblings. And so she is a cousin. Our fathers are brothers, and so she's technically my sister. And then culturally speaking, if anything were to happen to her, give me 1 second. Let me just dry my hand. So culturally speaking, if anything were to happen to my cousin, the two girls would come to me, and they are under my care and my charge, which I am completely happy with. To me, I do have a goddaughter, but I also know that she has a different set of aunts around her. When it comes to Didi and Kabo, there's no doubt in my mind that if anything were to happen to my cousin, they're coming to me. So just give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab the Dove soap, and then I'll show you my next step. So after I have the cleansing balm on, as you can see, I'm looking all crazy and melty. I like to wet this and follow up with the Dove soap, rinse off as much as I possibly can, and then I go in there with a face cloth just to really get into the corners, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I was saying, yes, they are, culturally speaking, my kids too, and they would be my responsibility if anything happened to Umcha. And right now they live in, I'm just gonna put this down here. Right now they live in South Africa, and I live in the States. And I know that they watch these videos, which I think I've already said this, it just lights my heart up so much that they do. It makes me feel I don't know, it makes me feel seen. Do you know what I mean? And it makes me feel it matters that I'm doing YouTube, that it actually does have some kind of impact, that maybe it might allow people that I'll never know, but maybe I might help them feel less alone or just something like that. So yeah, I just go in there with a wet cloth. I get the Dove soap all up on the cloth. And then I go around in circular motion. And you want to go from the bottom up against the grain to try and catch any makeup that can settle into any lines. And once it gets pasty like this, I move to a different corner and I keep going. And I use white cloths specifically so that I can like literally see and compare like all the makeup that's coming on and that's coming off. So you see all that, and then I go back in there. So I go back in there, and now that my skin is kind of clean, so at this point, normally I do this like in the shower. So right now I'm gonna stop filming and hop in the shower. And when I do shower, I similarly use e.l.f. soap. I know it's basic as fuck, but it gets the job done. I don't usually like to spend my money on like soaps. I like to spend my money on creams and serums and body lotions and that kind of stuff. So soap is just e.l.f. soap. But that's how I remove my makeup, and we will be back in a second to see the second part. Bye. Well, not bye. See you later.